Liverpool are opening a new chapter in the transfer market. The club's management has placed 4 potential signings on the table to strengthen the squad ahead of next season. Among these moves, 2 key targets have been clearly identified: the signing of defenders. Now, let us take a look at the names of the players Liverpool are working to secure as they prepare to bring them into the squad. Welcome to the BePart Sports Channel. Jeremy Jacquet. Liverpool are watching closely, and the deal for Jeremy Jacquet begins with one key question: fitness. The English club have already completed a deal for the young defender Jeremy Jacquet, who is set to officially join Liverpool FC at the start of the new season. However, the player is currently going through a difficult period with his current club, Stade Rennais. According to a report by BBC Sport, the French club confirmed that the player will undergo surgery to treat the injury. Head coach Habib Beye described the situation as very worrying, referring to both the nature of the injury and its timing. So far, there is no clarity over whether Jacquet will return before the end of the season. This means his recovery period could extend beyond the end of the competition. Here lies the first challenge in the player's Liverpool journey. The injury could directly affect the start of his time at Anfield, particularly during the preparations for the new season. Jacquet is 20 years old and plays as a centre-back. He was promoted to Rennes' first team in 2024 and has since made 33 official appearances, providing 1 assist. The numbers reflect a defender still developing, but the focus now shifts elsewhere. Recovery first, then a new beginning. And the question that now awaits an answer: will Jacquet be ready for the start of his first season with Liverpool, or will the first step be delayed? Federico Di Marco. Liverpool opened the left-back file early. The English club have begun accelerating their efforts to sign Federico Di Marco, the Inter Milan full-back, in a move that suggests Liverpool FC are preparing for the period after Andrew Robertson. According to reports from Transfer News Live, the Premier League champions are working to intensify negotiations on this particular deal. The reason is clear: the possibility of Robertson's departure makes it necessary to quickly search for a ready replacement capable of covering the left side without a long adaptation period. This is where Di Marco's name appears. The Italian fullback is under contract with Inter until 2027. A long contract that gives the Italian club strong negotiating power, but at the same time opens the door to a possible transfer this summer if the right offer arrives. But the situation is not simple. Di Marco is an important technical part of Inter's system, which means any negotiations will revolve around the player's value and the impact of his departure on the team. For that reason, Liverpool's move now appears more like a proactive step, rather than a deal that has already been decided. And the question that now arises: will Liverpool's interest turn into an official offer? Or will Di Marco remain part of Inter's project next season? Jarell Quansah. Liverpool reopened the Jarell Quansah file just 1 year after selling him. New reports indicate that Liverpool FC are internally discussing the possibility of re-signing the English defender Jarell Quansah, who moved to Bayer Leverkusen only 1 season ago. Quansah was one of the surprises of the previous season under Jurgen Klopp at Anfield. The young defender established himself quickly and delivered impressive performances, but the deal was not a complete departure. Liverpool's management kept the door open for a return. The contract included a buyback clause that allows the English club to bring the player back for €60 million in 2027. In Germany, the season has not been easy for Leverkusen. However, Quansah has not been the reason for the team's difficulties. The young defender has delivered acceptable performances in most matches, even if he has not always reached the required level of consistency. This effort did not go unnoticed. Coach Thomas Tuchel gave him his first appearance with the England national team in November. Now, inside Liverpool, the discussion about the future has already begun. And the question that appears on the horizon: will Quansah return to Anfield one day? Or will the buyback clause remain only an option on paper? Khéphren Thuram. A new name is moving in the European midfield market, and Khéphren Thuram has entered the circle of Premier League competition. The Juventus midfielder, the Frenchman Khéphren Thuram, has become a clear target for several Premier League clubs after a stable season with the Italian side. Thuram, 25, moved from OGC Nice to Juventus in the summer of 2024. Since then, he has made 35 official appearances this season. He has scored 2 goals and provided 4 assists. Numbers that reflect a midfielder capable of linking defence and attack, with a clear physical presence in winning the ball back. According to a report by Caught Offside, the competition is currently led by Liverpool FC and Manchester United. In Manchester, Thuram is viewed as a possible option to replace Casemiro as part of the midfield rebuilding plan. Liverpool, meanwhile, see the player as someone who can add physical strength and increase the team's ability to recover the ball within the system. The competition does not stop there. Arsenal FC are monitoring the situation closely, although no official move has been made so far. However, the contract could complicate the deal. Thuram is tied to Juventus until June 2029, and the Italian club consider him part of their long-term project. For that reason, despite an initial offer of around €45 million with add-ons, Juventus have placed a higher valuation between €65 and €75 million, including bonuses. Now the negotiations revolve around one point: the price. And the approaching question is, who will pay Juventus's asking price first?